Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. Again, I'm Johnna with Johnna's Journey. So, anyway, oh boy, I just tried to hurry and throw everything together real because I wanted to make sure I was packed before I got on here. I wanted to have my breakfast here with me and my coffee and my water. Make sure I got my water and everything ready for my projects. So, today, to be on for right now, to what I'm working on to be on live today is some worry worms. So it's something really simple to work on and chat with everybody and not get too stressed out about anything and stay focused. And right now I'm very sunny, which is okay with me. We all like the sun. Lou, she's loving the sun right now herself. She's sitting on her little spot. She was up in the chair and then she moved back to her little spot, so she's loving it. Loving it. And I got some, excuse me, well, yeah. So I'll just hang out and wait and see who comes on. Oh, well, hello, Lenora. Good morning. How are you? Okay. Oh, shoot. Yes, hold on. I know why. Okay, hopefully now I won't be. Because I thought, I was on it. I was on it. And I was doing so good. And I didn't get myself switched over. Hello? So hopefully now it's better. Okay, good. Yeah, because I hadn't got myself switched over. So thought I was doing so good, but I had somebody text me, so I was having to text him back, and that threw me off. Threw me off. And yeah, I got the sun right here, which is okay. I'm all for the sun. I'm not going to complain whatsoever, but it's like it's right in my eyeballs. Right in my eyeballs this morning. And Luna, she's loving it. She's trying to soak up because I just showed her a second ago. If you may have been on here whenever I showed it, I don't know. But she is in her little spot. She was up on the chair because it was in sun. Now the sun's moved to there, so there she is laying on her little bed. We've had to move her around for the tree and stuff, so. But yeah. So good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. As I mentioned in my description, I'm working on worry worms today, or some people call them fidget worms. Just something to kind of use up some of my scrap and some of my extra yarn that I maybe won't necessarily be using. So something just kind of small for my next market that's going to be kind of geared towards a lot of kids and stuff. And I just wanted something kind of like if a little person might come up to the table or something and see something, that it could be something that they could just get, that, you know, not cost a whole lot, and just do it for fun. Oh shoot, I was going into my other stitch. Are you feeling better this morning, Lenora? No, no, no. Niceness will be a struggle today. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Are you going to be on the struggle bus today, as I call it? I call it my struggle bus. And I always say, try not to lose my cookies. Have a small round basket to put them in. It helps display them. I do. I just got some cute little baskets um, at Dollar Tree that were real cute wicker type that are, yeah, they're going to be perfect for these. So thank you for mentioning that, because it'll go with, it'll go with my theme, with how I kind of have stuff, because I have like the wicker and the wire and kind of rustic, a little bit rustic type display. So, oh yeah, I I imagine, and yeah, with you not feeling good, yeah. So I did get me one of those little triceratops, those mini triceratops made last night. I forgot to grab him. It turned out cute. I mean, the first one always takes the longest if you're doing something new, especially for me. I've always been that way. So the next one probably won't seem like it takes as long. So I am taking my stuff with me to work on some of those. So they get kind of lost in the other stuff because of their size. I started putting them in a basket with low sides and it made a difference. Yeah, and these are, I mean, they're kind of the way they're shaped and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like what you were saying, so they won't get as lost in the crowd, in the sea of things. So yeah, this morning this is just something super simple for me to work on, so I get some time in of getting some stuff done. And like I said, I have my bag, I have my Joann's bag all packed up with all my stuff that I just kind of threw in there. My blanket, I got some more done on it early this morning when I got up and was drinking my first cup of coffee and talking on the phone with my best friend and watching a little bit of YouTube. So I got some more of it done. It won't take me long to get it finished because it's just going to be kind of like a little lap kind of while I'm sitting on the couch type. And I just wanted something for Christmas because I've always wanted a Christmas throw for here at our house to keep. And even maybe probably make another one so Whitney will have one. But, um, because Sam's already grabbed and stole my Santa one that I didn't make. It was just a throw that I've had for years that's still in really good shape. I just love it. But I'm a Santa collector. I collect all types of Santa stuff, so I'm not overrun by it, but that tends to be what I like to get. Like to kind of collect for my Christmas stuff. Yes, they are, Lenora. It's Friday. Fancy Fun Friday. That's what I'm going to call it. It's entertaining, isn't it? And they think they're so original. Yes, I do. I do know Jesus Christ. Thank you. Yes, I do. So I knew in getting on this morning that it could be one of many things, be one of many things. And it's turning out to be just one, yeah, kind of what I thought it would be. And that's okay. Oh, gosh. If I could laugh without dying, we would have more fun with it. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. There's so much I want to do, say, whatever, but I'm just refraining. It's all right. It's okay. You hear something, Will? I know, and I appreciate you too, Lenora. I'm just let them getting it out of their system. Just get it out of their system. So, and one of these days they'll be old too. And I'm not even old, so you're only as old as what you feel. So, I'm gonna take a bite of my sandwich. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Done with that one. Yeah, I know it was just funny how many times I'm showing up. Oh, absolutely. Jesus loves all of us. Flavo. You found you another spot, Luna? You found you another spot? You're loving the sun today, aren't you? Finding all the spots, aren't you? Finding all the spots. Yeah, it was cold out there this morning. Mommy didn't get your sweater on you for your little belly. Don't really have too much left, but my eyes got tired last night. Yeah. Yeah, I stayed up a little bit later working on that Triceratops because I wanted to get it all the way done so I could see if I liked it enough to make some more. I don't know how many more I'm going to make, but I'm going to make a couple more, I think, just because they are kind of cute and they're small. They were only ended up being maybe about like that. I mean, they weren't very big. No, no, you just came inside. We're not going back out right now. I know why you want to go out right now because you think there's something out there. No, we're not doing that. And I definitely didn't have any trouble falling asleep last night. It was like as soon as I laid down, I was out. And I think I woke up one time, and that was when Whitney was getting up to go to work. So I don't know what time he got up this morning. I didn't check. These are turning out pretty cute. Getting another bite. Frenchie, good morning. Yes, we had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you. I hope you did the same. It's so good to see you. Good. Good. Now you'll just need to practice. Oh yeah, absolutely. All the beginner stuff. So then you can get just kind of your basics down and just start with the basics of just practicing those beginner stitches and stuff, and just takes practice. Because honestly, even like Dollar Tree and stuff, they'll have like your hooks and like little skeins of yarn and stuff. Just grab one each of those, intimidating. Yeah. Well, I think it just becomes intimidating when maybe it's something new that you've not ever done before. And if you're watching people, you know, make bigger items or like these amigurumi things or the wearables and things like that. But those are people that have been doing it for a while. And if that's something that you want to do later, yeah, totally. Just, but it's just practice like with anything that's new. Just later, you'll probably think, oh, I don't know why this felt like it was so intimidating. Because I've been there, done that. I felt the same way trying to get ready for Christmas. We have a Joanna store out here. Oh yeah. Yeah, they have plenty of things. But yeah, just for starting out, just for practice type stuff, you know, if it's something that you don't want to invest a lot of money in and you do have a Dollar Tree, but if you don't, Joanne still has affordable like hooks and stuff, to get to try, or just what you think you want to try, even whatever. Most people crocheting is easier than it is. For me, it is. I do both. I don't do a whole lot of knitting anymore, but crocheting is absolutely easier than knitting, in my opinion, in my world. So, but people that enjoy knitting and that are avid knitters would maybe say the opposite. So, I think it's all in preference too, of what people enjoy doing. Because I don't mind knitting, I just don't do a lot of it because I've always been a crochet girl. So, but I taught myself how to knit. And I did that way before there was the YouTube stuff and all that. Oh, yeah. I mean, because you can take a knitting pattern and totally convert it to crochet. Because I've done it. I mean, I'll just grab a knit pattern, which sometimes I can even just look at it and I can figure it out and just do my own take. But not everybody can do that. But but yeah, you can totally kind of convert. You can convert. There's a way to do it. So, and there's so many different stitches and techniques and everything out there with crochet to make it look like knit. That's, yeah. Because of lots of practice and lots of time. So I've been crocheting forever. So here's my number one advice to people wanting to learn: don't overthink it. Take each stitch one step at a time and trust the process. Yes, absolutely, Lenora. Absolutely. You really can't overthink it because and really it's so much fun because you can just let your creative mind and everything just flow with it and make it so much fun. Because everybody's style isn't the same, you know, too. And it's all about making it your own anyway. Yeah, you probably are Frenchy because I think everybody does. I think a lot of people do. We're all guilty of certain things, and I know I am an overthinker on everything. So I need to get out of my own way a lot of times. Okay. Yes, I think crocheting will help me stop overthinking most other things. Oh, yeah, it quiets my brain. It helps me to stay focused. It just puts me in a better mood. I'm so much more relaxed. All the good things. All the good things. I had to teach myself from a book. I tried two different times before I realized I was trying to analyze every move. When I cleared my mind and just did it in sections, the rest is history. Yes. Yep. Well, like I've shared before, my great aunt taught me, or started teaching me around the age of 7, got more into it, and like around 8, got better at it, and then just built from there. So, and yeah, so I started young enough, I guess, that I didn't really try to overthink it as much, but yet that was at a time too where, I was very anxious too. So sometimes I think it kind of held me back a little bit, but really for the most part, not. So it really helped with that. It helps so much with it later. Yes, it is very calming. And you don't really even have to think about it, I mean, if it's a simpler project like these worry fidget worms that I'm doing right now, super easy pattern. I don't have to think about it. I mean, yeah, I'll have to count, my chains and stuff like that a little bit. But I mean, really, you don't have to think about it. And like the blanket that I'm working on right now, that corner to corner, you don't have to think about it. You just know what you're doing and you just do it. And it's just very relaxing. Very, very relaxing. And I am going to have to take this garment off because it's about to drive me nuts. And I did get asked recently if someone if I could help teach their daughter how to crochet, if they could put like a little gift certificate under their tree for me to help her learn how to crochet. And I was like, absolutely. So I don't know when we'll get that set up for sure, but so that will be exciting. And she's already like trying to watch little videos on her own and has been practicing doing her chaining and stuff like that, her mom said. So she'll maybe have some groundwork started by the time she gets to me. So, and I don't have any daughters, so there's so many yarn sizes, colors, and textures, and the crochet hooks come in different sizes. Oh, yeah, wide range of everything, but you really need to start with like an H probably hook and a 4 worsted weight. That is so sweet to teach that young lady how to crochet. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. My boys would sit and watch me and just be like, how do you do that? But they never were interested in picking it up. And I don't have any daughters. My um, future daughter in law, she doesn't do any crafting at all. And she enjoys it and she likes to have it from other people. She's all about that. But she doesn't otherwise really do anything. And my older granddaughter, she does a little bit of things here and there, but she's at that age right now that she wouldn't be interested in right now until maybe give her probably about 3 more years. 4, 5, I don't know. An H hook, that's the letter of the hook, but it's actually a, a 4.5. Is that right? A 4 or 4.5? Because I think a 5 is an I hook. But I would say start with that size of hook, probably as a good comfortable hook. And then worsted weight, it's considered a number 4. Thank you, Lenore. Oh, I thought a 5 was an I hook. The first thing I made was a doll. She was a winter doll, so she had a sweater, skirt, lace, stockings, hat, scarf, boots with laces. Oh my, you went for the gusto. Was it pretty? Nope, but I did it. A 5.5 is an I? Okay, thank you. I am so used to the letters. I cannot get with the game on the millimeter. I just can't. It's so hard because I have to look at my conversion chart all the time, and I grew up with it being the letters all the time, except for the tiny, tiny hooks. The tiny that I did with thread, like for the doilies and things like that, I had to go by millimeter. But yeah, it's just I have to guess sometimes. I have to guess. So, but there is a lot of the hooks that will still have both. So if you see a G or an H, something like that, but I think an H would be good. I think that's where you need to be. So, my recommendation anyway. You refuse to be converted. Yeah, I just and really, I mean, I wish that they would just put them both because like this hook that I have here is an F hook, but also has the number 5 on it, but it's a 3.75 millimeter. And at least they have it all on there. I'd rather them have it all on there. There's some hooks that have nothing. So I go to grab it and I'm like, okay, I have to guess at what that hook is because there's nothing on it. Yes, the worsted weight, the number 4, it'll be like a medium kind of weight. Because even to go online and type it in, you can say like number 4 worsted weight, and it'll pop up everything that you need. The chunkier yarns, the bigger the number, the chunkier, the thicker the yarn. A 5 is a bulky, a 6 is a super bulky, you know. They used to until the big crochet explosion. Yeah, I know. Then all these people that have never hardly ever crocheted are coming up with all this stuff thinking that they're the discoverer. Which is okay. I mean, whatever. We had that discussion I think the other day, didn't we, about all that? Okay, Lenora. I used to, but I don't right now. But I watch it whenever I go north with my kids. Is there something good on there right now? I usually renew my subscription whenever like Virgin River and Sweet Magnolia come back. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wait to just watch it whenever I'm north with the kids. So It's called Later Dater, Seniors Dating and the Challenges. So glad I'm married. Oh no, I never heard of that. Oh, believe me, Frenchie, I would not want to be in the dating scene at all in this day and age. If anything would ever happen, I'm not in. I'm perfectly fine doing this. Being with my girlfriends, whatever type thing, and just whatever. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to do it again. Hello, Kathy. Good morning. How are you? Good. Oh, I enjoy some of them too, Frenchie. The documentaries. Yeah, I enjoy some of them. I've watched a few before I got rid of it, but I am doing great today, Kathy. It's a beautiful day today. It's nice and sunny. It's cold, but I don't think it's supposed to be as cold today. So, and I'm working on my worry worms or fidget worms, whatever you want to call them, for something, just a quick project to get some stuff busted out for next weekend for my next Christmas market. Um, because we're getting ready to go be with grandbabies. We have a little Christmas program to go to, and so I'm looking forward to that. So trying to get a few things done that I can, and but nothing to stress me out, you know, and just trying to enjoy the process of everything and get little projects marked off in my checklist in my head. And I have little beetle bugs everywhere today for some reason. Little beetles. Usually by now they were kind of gone, but I still got them flying around at my house. Excuse me, on occasion. The 90 Day Fiance. No, I have not watched any of that like in its entirety. Um, yeah, I took care of him, Frenchie. Um, but No, I have not watched it entire. I haven't followed it. I've seen a few here and there, and some of them are hilarious, and others it's just like, okay, people, what did you think was going to happen? So, and other times, I guess there's been connections. Just drama. Turn on some Christmas music. My volume wasn't working. I may need to put new batteries in my clicker. It's interesting. Yes, the people are young and such train wrecks. I guess youth alone doesn't help them when falling in love. No. And oh my gosh, I know it's for drama and it's for TV and whatever, but you couldn't pay me enough to be on one of those shows. There's not many good shows on like back in the 70s and 80s. You're right. You're right, Frenchie. Um, because that's what me and my husband find ourselves doing is that we're looking on our streaming services for those shows. And did you ever watch? It's I mean it's more of like a crime show or whatever, but Heat of the Night. For whatever reason, we've gotten hooked on watching that early on Sunday mornings before we go to church. I don't know why, but it's just even for back then, which that was more kind of in the 80s, I think, and maybe early 90s. But even with that show being a crime show, they didn't show everything. They left it to your imagination and for you to kind of know, and that's what I liked about some of that. Welcome back, Lenora. Youth is wasted on the young. Yeah. Yes, Carol O'Connor. Yes. And it was a good show. But even that show, you can tell as time progressed into different, eras of time and stuff, they got a little more, like everyone else, more revealing and stuff. Haven't heard of The Heat of the Night. Yeah, it was an old show. It had Carol O'Connor in it. And Mary Tyler Moore, yes, I am a fan of Mary Tyler Moore. And Carol Burnett, I loved watching her show because they were so funny. Oh my gosh, so funny. And I even watch some of her shows every now and then if I, see it on my streaming. I'll watch some of, you know, and Mama. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so many. So many. Yes, Archie Bunker, yes. Oh, it would be canceled. Oh, it would be. But they're still rerunning it. They're still rerunning it. And whatever is still out there. I mean, but if it was like on the TV right now, no, they would totally, it wouldn't last. But they do have it on rerun. And even Archie's Place, that kind of take on, it was a takeoff, I think, of the, or maybe it was right before Archie Bunker. I don't remember what the timeline is on that. But Archie's Place, I watched it. I watched it a little bit too. I remember every year watching The Wizard of Oz. Yes, it was such an adventure when I was a child. Yes, absolutely, because it was something we looked forward to every year. Even though the monkeys scared me to death, I still loved watching that show. My kids loved it, but not the grandkids. Yeah. I mean, you have to even admit, even right now, whenever, I mean, and it's probably because I go back into my childhood brain, those monkeys are scary. I mean, they had them done up right. I mean, they had them done up good. Hello? From Morocco? Yeah, the witch. Yeah, she was, yeah. Especially, what got me even more so was at the beginning where she's riding that bike. She's riding the bike, and she hadn't even turned into the witch yet. I remember even as a young child, I would cry when Judy would sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Yeah, it was so beautiful how she'd sing it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kathy. Yes, when the monkeys grabbed them, it was horrifying. Yes, it was. It was horrifying. Oh, my. That was the only part that I didn't usually ever like. I haven't been to the theater to see this new one that's out. I don't know if I don't know that I will. Because I just don't know what to think about this take on all of these movies that it's like, okay, they feel like they don't have a further plot, but they'll go back to how it began. And then they'll go to another, another version of how it's like, how many beginnings do you need? I mean, because some of this stuff is like, okay, I thought you already did that of, where it began, and now I don't know. It's just, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Those actors suffered real bad to make that movie. Yes, they did. I have seen documentaries on that, and it was pretty excruciating. It was awful, Kathy. It was so good how it went from black and white to color. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Back in that day, that was something, Frenchie. Could you think about it back in the day like that? They didn't have all the stuff they have now and whatever. And I mean, oh boy. Because I'm sure they were just like, oh, we got to make this movie. We got to make it real as possible. And I can just imagine all the pyrotechnics and whatever that was going on, safety stuff. Oh boy, whew. I love the simplicity of the shows back then. Oh yeah. Well, the innocence, the innocence of things, especially in comparison to now. Because some of our little cartoon things aren't even safe for our grandbabies. You have to watch, watch, watch. I just sent the kids some things in regards to some of that stuff for some of the YouTube kids stuff. Scary. And I mean, they usually try to be pretty mindful and have their settings and everything on their little iPads and stuff. And they only get certain amount of time and whatever on those. They're not on them all day long. However, it doesn't even matter if you have them set on anything with some of these shows and stuff that are on there right now. They're still getting to our little people. Even something cheesy like Planet of the Apes. Oh my gosh. I love it that you mentioned that because Planet of the Apes was my favorite. It was my favorite, and it still is. And Star Trek was kind of my dad more so, but Star Wars and Planet of the Apes still right there. And even when I remember the one that a few years ago for Planet of the Apes, it was so hyped up and I was so excited and went, and it was still good, but it wasn't my Planet of the Apes. My Planet of the Apes is the 1970s version of Planet of the Apes. Can you congratulate my boyfriend? It's his birthday today. Poor Buddy Ibsen, the Tin Man, went through a lot to perform his role with the silver paint. Oh yeah, I read that too, and yeah, seen that. Yeah, because I mean, it affected him the rest of his life, and he was really sick after that. Happy birthday! Yes, my brother and dad watched Star Trek religiously back in the day. Yeah, I mean, I watched it, but I wasn't a Trekkie, you know. But Star Wars, now Star Wars, I couldn't get my kids on board with. I was like, you need to start there to appreciate everything now. I Because back then the Star Trek stuff was amazing for the time. I mean, that was pretty doggone awesome. But no, they don't, it's they think it's cheesy and whatever, which I can understand, but at the same time it's like, no, it was amazing. Do the comparison and see, like, oh wow, they could do that back then, and it's like it was the beginnings of good stuff, as far as, you know, all the effects and everything. But I like to watch the old Star Trek now. I remember going to the drive-in and seeing Planet of the Apes with my mom, and neither it was so cool. I love to. Mom and brother meant to say, oh yeah, yeah, it was cool back in that time even. Also saw Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid at the drive-in with my mom. We went to the drive-in a lot. Yeah. Yeah, we used to. That was the big thing for us to get to go every now and then, because we had one, and the one that we used to go to as kids is still open, and it's not too far from me. And so we do. And I haven't been for a couple of years to the drive-in, but I have still went periodically, through the years. And me and my niece, before she got married and stuff, for her to do something, because if Whitney'd be gone or something like that. And she and I hung out quite a bit every now and then. She got older and stuff for something to do because we had similar interests and things, whereas my boys and I, really no. So, but she's married now and has a little guy, so we don't get to go and do as much. But I do like going to the drive-in. It's fun. Well, hello, Chosen. How are you? Cornelius was your favorite? Oh no, Frenchie, there isn't. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot anymore. There was used to be one that was really close to me within probably about 20 minutes, but they tore it down years ago. Well, that's good to hear, Chosen. I'm glad to hear it. The movie Terms of Endearment with Shirley MacLaine was a good one. Yeah, that's an oldie. That's good, Chosen. After you disappeared on us yesterday. Yeah, you just up and disappeared and didn't say anything. What state are you in, Chosen? He likes to live in mystery, Frenchie. He likes to live in mystery. Okay, Kathy. This is how it appeared. That's how it appeared. Oh well, I said hey, and then the phone lagged me out of the live. I had came back and it did it again, so I just had I have to make an important call. Okay, Kathy, no problem. Yeah, you see, well, Frenchie or not Frenchie. Chosen, you're not the only one because I think it happened to Lenora yesterday too. And I was having some issue. I think there was once or twice that it threw me out even. So we're still dealing with something. So we're gonna end up having like a little group of like we're gonna all end up kind of being in the same vicinity of each other before too long. If Frenchie would move. I heard there's a lot of snow there. There probably is in Minnesota right now. I looked and didn't see a high when you would have come in. That's why it was a shock you had been there. Well, I'm a winter warrior because of all the snow. Well, you can keep all the snow up there, Chosen. Don't bring it with you when you come go to Indiana. Now, if you're in a different part of Indiana where I'm not in Illinois, that you're close to me, because I'm close to the Indiana border, you can just keep it, keep it up there. I just want enough snow for Christmas to make it, the aesthetics and the feels and the comfiness of Christmas, and then take it back. Because I like snow for the holidays and stuff like that. I just don't our winters anymore is although we've been getting a lot of snow, not a lot of accumulation snow, but a lot of different little snows, and it's pretty and it's not dangerous. Now there was one day that it was kind of slick, but not bad. But that's what we tend to get is ice, and I don't want ice. I would just I would take all the snow in the world over ice, that's for sure. No twisting your arm trying to coax you into it or anything. Oh my gosh, I have one curl right there that's wanting to drive me crazy. I think I'll bring it. Places are always cheaper when most can't tolerate the environment. Just bring enough for Christmas. If it's not this Christmas, maybe next Christmas. Put it on reserve. Now that I'm not having to get out in it every day, and drive in it, that's not so bad. Because that's the part that I didn't like getting up super early in the morning and still being dark because of my hours that I had. Sometimes it would be dark whenever I'd go to work and be dark whenever I came home, which is not hard right now with it being winter, granted, but even still in the spring and summertime it was basically the same, which was didn't care on that. But in the wintertime, no, didn't like it. And it was guaranteed to be nice and icy and slicker than snot. The dry air alone and lack of vitamin D was challenging for me in the beginning. Oh, yeah. But can you tell a difference now since you've been on the vitamin D, Frenchie? Frenchie, you sound like a southerner right now. Doing good over here too, Chosen, so thank you for asking. Yes, the vitamin D made a huge difference. Yes, it does. I'm telling you. You're welcome, Frenchie. I'm not going to lie, when I joined the live, I thought you were a floating head because your shirt matched the armchair. Well, you're right. You're right on that, Chosen. Oh, gosh. Has anyone tried the compression gloves? Yes, I have, Kathy. For what I did, I wore them to bed. No, do they work, Kathy? I don't know. I was just asking before I invest in them. I use them for my animation. I would love to know though. No, I haven't tried. Oh, do they work, Chosen? Are they any good? I wore them on my hands because of my wrists and stuff because of um, everything that I've done in my life has been with my hands. I was a taper on a rotary for a automobile factory for years while I was going to college. So my hands were doing this all night long on a rotary. Plus then crocheting and crafting and doing all the things. Then later on, after I got through college, typing and all the things, and then of course being a nail tech. So I wore them to bed. I have not recently. I've not had to, but I've even worn them during the day. Now, for my one little pinky here that I'm getting arthritis in, and this one knuckle, I have one just little sleeve, compression sleeve that I'll put on this knuckle sometimes. So I think they work. So, I mean, I got from Amazon, I had to put two on because they don't really resist movement like you think they would. Believe me. I went off for a minute because I had to take a phone call. It was my husband calling. So, yeah, they're worth it to try. I mean, and really, if you are looking for something to resist movement, the actual compression ones that are more flimsy and stuff, of course, are not going to do that now. Once upon a time, I had one that had a bar in it because that for this hand, I needed that to keep it stationary. And I wore that to bed, and it was a compression with a bar. And that helped, but that would be something more like for when you're resting maybe, or something like that. But the compression is to help just kind of alleviate kind of like some of the inflammation and stuff, and reduce swelling and kind of help with soreness and things like that, but not to keep them stationary. My left wrist bothers me at times from being broken. Yeah, mine was never broken, but mine very much. I have like those baker cysts, like right in here, I think is what they call them. And it developed because in my hand, I can't even open my hand all the way anymore because this was my holding hand doing nails. This was my hand that I drilled with, but this was my holding hand of like holding other people's hands and stuff. So it was in this position all the time, which really both of them were, but this is the one that took the brunt. And but I crochet, but actually crocheting is different. It helps my hands. And yeah, the stress balls would work too, Chosen, of just working your hands and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But I was like waking up in the night. It hasn't been so much because my chiropractor has been working on my arms and my hands through the years and stuff, and even still now. And because my hands used to my these fingers, it had moved to my ring fingers even of falling asleep at night. That's not good. Signs of the possibility of signs of starting of carpal tunnel, but I know sometimes they indicate that it's more these fingers when it's true carpal tunnel, so it's probably something more in the elbow and things like that for that. But you have a stress carrot. Hey, there you go. There you go. You can use that. Yeah, I've drawn for so many years. My hands are halfway between a closed fist and almost kind of upright. So yeah, be careful. Yeah, yeah. Our hands take for us people that are crafty and artistic and all the kinds of things. It takes a toll. It takes a toll. But my husband, he has that contracture, whatever, and his hands. I mean, like this, and he's already had one surgery on one hand, but he hasn't on the other. And yeah, he can't open his hands at all. But he drives semi. He drives truck all the time, and I feel for him. I feel for him. You got Lego hands. That's an interesting way to put it. Do you need to go potty? Or are you just bored? I know. I know. I know. Yes, I know. I know. Are you wanting to talk to the people? No, you leave that alone. Yes, my husband was a truck driver too. He recently retired and his hands bother him sometimes from gripping the steering wheel tightly. Oh, yeah, and that's why he was. Hey, whiny. Oh, yeah, my Christmas decorations to get put up yet. Hey, where'd you go? Lulu, say hi to the people. You say hi to the people? So you were all whiny. You were wanting attention. So you want all the attention. Ma, I gotta go right now. Yeah. You tell him about it? Tell him. Whine to him. Tell him. Tell him all about it, that I'm such a bad, bad mama. I'm so horrible. Oh, yeah, my little stand here with all my goodies. Yeah. It's so bad. It's so terrible. Yes, it's so terrible. Look at that face. Look at that face. She is absolutely the cutest thing ever. She is just so doggone stinking cute. Oh, you gotta love her. You gotta love her. She's a brat. But she's my sweet little baby brat. So, okay, I'll let you out to go potty. Okay, I'll be back. Get scooted back so I'm not like spitting myself out of the chair. Okay. Well, what are you going that way for? You got food and you got water. Do you need to go outside or no? What do you want? You want your Kong? Give me your Kong. No, here. Well, you gotta let me have it, sis. Bring it with you. Come on. Okay. Come here. Hey. Luna, come here. You got to let Mama have it, silly. Thank you. Okay, here you go. Okay, well, she just simply wanted her Kong. So, and that's okay. I'm going to go heat up my coffee and then I'll catch up with you guys. Did you get them all already? Okay. I'm back. Refreshed my coffee, got her set with her Kong. Now I need to go catch up. Those Kong toys are great for dogs. Yes, she loves hers. I'm still here. I just work on other stuff and kind of just leave the phone where it is sometimes. Hey, you can keep me turned on your phone the whole entire time. Do whatever. I'm thinking about reheating my Chinese food from last night. Oh, that sounds good. Korean beef sounds so good right now. What's it like to have grandchildren, Frenchie? I heard most usually get their traits from their grandparents and not their parents. I don't have any children and or grandchildren. It's been by choice. Yeah. Well, I know you didn't ask me the question chosen, but I can put my 2 cents in to agree with. um, to agree with some of that. Well, I think well, I don't know if she left or not. I thought maybe, well, maybe she didn't. Maybe she, I think she did come back. Maybe. I don't know. I'm behind. I'm behind. But I will say, um, for my grandson, whenever he was first born, he looked totally like his dad, my son. But as he's growing up and stuff and getting older, yeah, there's some similarities and stuff. But like with Everly, everybody was like, she is you. Oh my gosh, she's you. The color of your skin tones, the way, like her eyes and the way, her face and everything. And I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I feel like she looks like Gray. But Gray looked like his dad, which Seth, my son, looks a lot like me, but he has light hair and thinner, of course, thinner than me, but he does look a lot like me. And I mean, pictures of us at kind of the same ages, if you take away the hair and I didn't have my glasses on and stuff, and some of our pictures, people will say, well, we know where Seth took from. Sam, though, looks more like his dad. So, but yeah, I think there's some truth to it. There is some truth to it. But Gray does act an awful lot like his dad too. But his dad gets a lot of his stuff from me. So it's the trickle down. Yeah. So like Kathy said, having a bit of both. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how do I look without glasses? I mean, I'll take them off, but granddaughter is very close looking to me, but she has blonde hair and I have red. Her mom has red as well. I mean, I'll take my glasses off. I don't care. But to me, I look way older without my glasses. But who knows? That could just be opinion. My opinion. Because I do have my contacts. There's a picture on my community page after I got my contacts, and oh my gosh, my eyes were so bloodshot. And I even put that on there about, well, bloodshot and all. I'm trying out the contacts again. Because I used to wear contacts all the time. But But I have no makeup or anything on either today, but I hardly ever do, except if I'm going and doing if I'm going to be out and about, then I'll put some on. Even today traveling, no, I won't wear any makeup. My eyes are just too sensitive, and oh, there's that one stinking curl again. Oh well, I'm not even going to worry about it. But I just want to have the option to have contacts if I want to wear my contacts, especially like whenever I go to the Y and stuff. Whenever I'm doing stuff there, I don't want to have to worry about my glasses, and I can just pop them in for whenever I'm there. Even, but it's so hard to get contacts to even correct anything with me that is, you know. Right now we're trying to train my brain, so. Well, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, my eyes are sensitive to everything, to all kind of different light. And that's me and Lenora were talking about that last night. Being sensitive to different types of light and stuff, and just I tend to have dry eye, and I have a funky stigmatism and something funky going in my left eye, and it's just, yeah, it's crazy. And you could be right on that, Frenchie. And Kathy, I'm the only dark, well, I have one cousin. Me and one cousin are the only two that have dark hair because we are more of Scottish descent, and everybody else has red and blonde hair, including my grandchildren. So more red than blonde. But my sister's daughters, strawberry blonde. The one, my niece, her children, redheads, except for one looks like more like his dad and has dark hair. So two redheads and a dark headed. Then another niece with her children, they're more blonde, sandy blonde, kind of with some red undertones. Um, my sister was born a blonde. She's kind of a sandy blonde now. My brother was a redhead. His is kind of more of a sandy brown now. I'm the only one. I got my mom's hair. So Kathy, you really are a ginger. That's rare for me to know one. Yeah. Oh, and I have big, and to go back to what you were saying, Chosen, about my eyes, I do tend to have bigger eyes. I always have. But yes, my lenses are thicker, but they're not hugely thicker. But I do have bigger eyes. I've always had bigger eyes. And right now I'm having to do this, which that's another thing for wearing the contacts. I was hoping, but again, I didn't pop them in this morning, that I wouldn't have to do this every time I wanted to read read anything. So, oh, so now you want outside. Oy, okay. Now she's decided she wants to go outside. Yeah, but at least it's your quirk now to do that. To do that. Oh, yeah. Because whenever I have my contacts in, this is one thing I notice. I'm doing this, trying to do this. And people are probably thinking, okay, what's wrong with her? because my husband was watching me at the dinner table the other night. I had him in and I kept doing, and then I would just kind of do that because I'm like, people are gonna really think that I have some kind of weird tick or something, which, okay, so be it. I don't care. I wouldn't, I mean, but it's like, I'm gonna poke my eyeball out one of these days. Oh yeah, and I used to wear contacts with readers before I was ready to get rid of my contacts because with the dust flying and everything, I was having trouble getting dust in my eye and stuff, so that's why I hadn't wore contacts for years. And so I had done kind of the combination so then I could see up close because I was having some difficulty with the prescription then too even. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I even did go to readers for a while just to wear just for close up working. But then whenever I'd go to look up or do anything, then I couldn't see anything. So that's when I had to bite the bullet then, and I had to go ahead and go with transition, multifocal, whatever you want to call it, because I keep calling them bifocals. They say, "Oh yeah, you're multifocals," and I was, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah." So anyway, don't like them. I'm still fighting them. Don't like them. I just don't. I mean, I like it that I can see, but to do stuff like this, I'm having to do this. So I don't know if they changed my prescription or not, but I did get new lenses, or not lenses, but new frames this time. And these actually are going to become my sunglasses. So, and I'm not a candidate for the laser. My husband was, he got it, and he had cataracts, got those removed. He sees better without any glasses now. I mean, occasionally he has to, put some on for something, but he just wears the tinted glasses and whenever he's driving because of the light. It's not you, Johnna. It's this blurry, small fonted world that's the problem. Hey, I'll take that. I'll blame it on that. Oh gosh. It was fantastic, but that was a long time ago, and now I need the readers. Yeah. Yeah, and this is what's so funny is that, of course, they tell you to read the smallest print that you can. So I'm going down and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go down and I'm going to read that little pinprick of print down there. And so, of course, I was reading on that. And then the doctor sits back and he goes, well, that's like in a prescription bottle, and you're probably not going to be reading that smaller print. And I'm thinking, well, you wanted me to read as low as I could. So, anyway, I know that they work and that they're good for, when I'm reading, when you're normal reading, like here reading. But whenever I'm having to read like from here to here and it's pinpoint, it's like, okay, got to bring up the bifocal, got to bring up the bifocal. So I got to let Miss Priss out. Oh, multifocal, sorry. Not bifocal. Okay, you stay where I can see you. Stay where I can see you. Try not to trip over my yarn again. Okay. Are you still out there, Lenora? Did you fade on us? Well, I hadn't seen you for a little bit, so it was like, okay, I need to check on you. Make sure you're still kicking. Uh-huh. So now it's Lenora who went miss. Oh, never mind. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's crazy here. I've got one round left on the head, and I've been trying to get it done for the last 20 minutes. Oh no. Well, if you've got a full house too, on top of that, and not feeling good, and it's getting close, is it getting close to lunch? What time is it? Well, 11:18 my time, so I think we're all in the same time zone except for Frenchie, maybe. Oh, and Kathy. Kathy may not be in the same. Yeah, because Frenchie and Kathy are even at two opposite ends, so speaking of lunch, the Chinese food is calling me. Yes. Yummy yum. 11:18 Friday, December the 6th. Yes, you are correct, Chosen. Well, I will be heading towards your direction at some point, Chosen. Not your area, but your direction. So, yes, I've got the oven warming up. The next load of laundry is ready to hang out, and the dishes are getting washed. So you'll have to dry. Lenora, you're just having all kinds of fun today. Oh my gosh, let me tell you. Plus, my husband is addicted to deviled eggs now since Thanksgiving, so I have to keep the fridge fully stocked. Oh, we go through that too. Hello, Angela. Doing good. How are you? Yeah, we go in spurts with those devil digs too. And so, and then it phases out, and then somebody will get a hankering for him again. I think that it's interesting that Minnesota has more pleasant town names rather than Indiana. Like Minnesota Plum Prairie, Indiana Gully Glow. Oh, well, we have Moonshine here. Um, what other? Possum Trot, Walla Walla. So we have some interesting names around here. I don't know how much more pleasant they are, but they're interesting. We have clean house Fridays. Usually I'm having to stay on top of everybody, but now that I'm trying to die, everyone is all on it. I think they are trying to finish me off. Or they know that they're gonna get it whenever, because that's always what kind of happened here. And it's like, oh no, mom's sick, so if we don't get on it and she comes out swinging, which, I'm being facetious, but, you know, the wicked witch of the west would come out every now and then, would just kind of like, okay, people, come on. So, yeah. But, I was outnumbered. I lived in a house of men until I got Luna. We were still outnumbered, but, you know. But now at least it's 2 against 2. It's a little bit more even. Oh. And now that I'm retired, my cleaning is just kind of like, okay, just do a little bit every day, and then you stay on top of it. But once January hits, you guys may be getting some different online screen time with me in January. Because I am going on a journey, that's for sure. Going back to, well, not back, just continuing with getting rid of stuff that don't need. You know, it's good that they're hanging in there and they're doing their part. I'm having a combination of my breakfast and my lunch, kind of, which I've had the sandwich over here ever since what, 9 o'clock. We do daily maintenance, but Fridays are for more detailed, bigger jobs. Oh yeah, absolutely. If we want to do something on the weekend, we come home to a clean house. That's right. That's the way I mean, for us getting ready to leave to go north, we'll be getting back Sunday, but I want to come home to my house. Hmm, you know, the created shall not prosper over the creator. Mickey Mouse. Well, I don't think it was Mickey Mouse, but I'll leave it at that. Well, I thought I heard her, but maybe not. Exactly. It's so nice to walk back into a clean house. Yes, you can better appreciate your work after being gone for a bit. Oh, absolutely. I have hunch that she walks like a human when you're not around. And you know what, Chosen? I think you're right. So she might be able to open the door herself. And you know what? Wouldn't be surprised if she'd try. So I do treat her like a human, if you haven't noticed. In the way I talk to her. And she knows. I mean, the older she gets and the more, and I know it's a lot of routine and the cadence of your speech and how you talk and do and whatever, but I'm not kidding you. She knows. She is one smart cookie, and sometimes she's smart and too smart for her own good. So, and you know, it wouldn't surprise me. So don't be surprised if you see her little head, right here, coming through the door. It'll just be Lou. It'll just be Lou. And there were so many times whenever I was still working that I would have loved to have had like one of those little doggy cams or even just a camera or whatever, which I really don't want to have cameras all through my house, the inside of my house, but to have one outside wouldn't be a bad idea. And, but anyway, just to see her during the day, to see what she was doing whenever we weren't here, because she literally did not get into anything. We could always trust her to leave, especially as she got older. So, really, at a year old, we were able to start leaving her, um, shortly after turning a year old. She kind of regressed a little bit, and I did have to kennel her for about a month because that's what they recommended doing was like rekindling and stuff. Between 6 months and a year, let's say, she kind of started. It was around in there somewhere, I think, or maybe right at a year. I don't remember exactly. It doesn't matter. But I did have to rekennel her, and it worked. And we've not had to kennel her since. So I'll be back. Got to get lunch in the oven. Okay, Lenora. Mm-hmm. I heard an owl last night. I didn't know they were winter birds, so I thought I was being trolled. Trolled? Oh no. Yeah, they can be. They can be. We don't have a lot of owls around here. At least not around us anyway. I don't see a whole lot or hear a whole lot around us. I'm liking using this variegated for these worms because they make so many different ones. Not any one of them are the same. So it makes it look like you're just like doing something way different every time. Didn't know how I would like it. It's turning out pretty cute. Turning out pretty cute. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use up all of this. And I'm going to check on Leo again after I take a bite of my sandwich. There she is. Made it back. Want a cookie? Want one cookies? Here, I'll give you a beef stick. Beef stick? But we would generally have the same type of animals because we're in the same region, right? Yes. Or do you get geese and we get cows? I have a ton of cows. I have some cows right over here. I am surrounded by cows. Surrounded by cows, and we get a lot of geese too, so we have both. Luna likes to go out and visit the cows, and she comes back a mess, don't you? Not as much here right now with it being cold, but yeah, the neighbors over to the north of me, they've got plenty of cows. And just in general, cows are everywhere. We have um, a lot of dairy farmers and a lot of hog farmers. My husband actually works for a huge hog farming operation in our area, but he doesn't haul hogs for them anymore because that's a little bit, yeah. He just, yeah, that takes that, yeah. I'm not even gonna get into that. That's a lot of work, but that used to be what he did all the time. But he doesn't haul that stuff for him now. That he does like grain and feed, and they actually hire out from them for different distributors even close to us because we have like one big milling place near us too that they, well, two actually. So yeah, he keeps busy with all that other stuff and does more long distance driving but not overnight anymore. He used to be over the road for a different company but not anymore. So where I am at is a huge farm area, farm ground, everything. A lot of rural communities. I have a ton of rural, just little towns around me, and literally the bigger areas to go to that are more considered more of a city, which are really mini cities in comparison to cities, is an hour and a half away or a little bit more. And then of course to get to a city is like 3+ hours. So Luna must be hungry. She's in there chowing down. Do the farmers give you free stuff? No. Now, if you have neighbors that have abundance in their garden and stuff like that, then yeah. Yes, on that. No, I mean, but can you barter with some? Yeah. Yeah, and I'm all about that too. So, but yeah, especially like garden stuff and all that, like gardening and things like that. If you have overabundance or whatever, you can just even put it on Facebook and people will come by and get it, you know. And I used to even take stuff into work if we had too much of something that we weren't going to get used up all at once, and just lay it on the table in the break room and it'd get taken. So that type of stuff, yes, you know. And doing some exchanges of things, like I said, bartering. a lot of helping each other out and helping, like if somebody, like needing help with their farming stuff or whatever, if somebody's fallen sick or injured, our communities are huge on jumping in and helping out with that kind of stuff, you know. Excuse me. Randy! I was just talking about you yesterday. I told Lenora, I said, I hope everything was going good with you. And figured you're probably just kind of regrouping and recouping from all of your fun festivities and your traveling and family and everything. So I hope you're doing good. And I hope you had safe travels all the way around. I hope you enjoyed your family time and got everything done. I am so glad to see you. Yeah, I was getting to say it loudly to you, Lenora. Randy's here. I am so glad that I was able to get on here today because oh my gosh, all my people are here or have been here. Oh gosh, I feel like my thingy's going everywhere. Ouch! I have headphones on, madam. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine, chosen. It'll be all right. Well, we missed you, Randy. I'm just glad that you are back and that everything went good. I'll try to tone it down for chosen sensitive hearing. Oh gosh. You want some of my sandwich? Peanut butter and cheese on grain-tastic bread from Aldi. I'm eating healthy. You like it too, don't you? I didn't want to show me looking like I was feeding like a bird. We aren't as going. Oh no! Yeah, you need to bring him up to speed. You need to bring him up to speed, Lenora. You ate the last part of the pretzel. You can't have very much of those anyway, neither can Mommy. I just had one, and we shared it. You want the last bite of the crust? You like the crust. Give me the crust. It has all the good stuff for you on it, too. Take it. There you go. Okay, all done. We're done eating our 3-hour-long sandwich. Thanksgiving was outstanding. My family was so much fun. Oh, that's awesome, Randy. I'm so glad. Then I got to help cleaning the house. Got help cleaning the house and got my Christmas tree put up. Awesome. I was hoping that happened. I, however, had to do my outside lights myself. I'm paying for that. Oh, well, you got it done, right? So now you have time to recoup. So, and thank the Lord you were able to do it, right? 3-hour sandwich sounds like a dinner diner special. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, I had it over here at the beginning of my live, which was like, what, around, I don't know. It might have been, was it 9? A little after 9, I guess. And it's after 11 now, so I guess I exaggerated a little bit on that. So, but you know. And I don't eat in the morning usually, but I started some new medicine for my Hashimoto's, and I have to eat with it. So, um, so we'll see how that goes. I'm a week in basically on it, but I'm I started taking metformin. Does anybody out there take metformin? I don't take it for the purpose of what it's really designed to be for, but there's been a ton of research on it for Hashimoto's. So I got together with my doctor and asked her her opinion on it, and she was like, for it. So we're giving it a go. Making pigs in a blanket. Oh, that was always a favorite here at our house with the kids. I'm unrolling the crescent roll, putting in front of my grandson. Other grandson is passing sausage to first grandson. Somewhere along the way, the second grandson started. The only thing I have left to do is decorate the Christmas tree. And inside my place, I got all the Thanksgiving decorations put away. Well, there you go. There you go. You're making progress. Hulu. You don't need to be chasing flies. I don't know what it is with you and flies. Yep. Oh, was that tasty? Ugh. Mm. At this point, I'm just going to put a life-size Christmas tree sticker on the wall and call it a century. Hey, there you go. You know, if that's all you can muster and that's what you want to do, go for it. Chosen. Eating the sausages faster than he has handed them over, so there was a battle over that. Oh, nice. We couldn't get them rolled out fast enough to eliminate the problem. Oh my goodness. Your grandson's nickname shall now be the Wolf. There you go. Oh gosh. You be very careful with the metformin. It was some really bad side effects and depletes your body of vitamin B1 since they don't have tests for B1 deficiency. It goes overlooked as other issues. Yes, Lenora, I had already been researching it for several months. And um, so I already knew that. And I already supplement a lot of my B vitamins because I do have some kind of an anemia going in reflection of some of that stuff, besides being anemic, but my other anemia is fine now and all in check, but I still have some underlying anemia type stuff. So I already supplement my B vitamins anyway and am pretty solid on all of that stuff. And but I'm not having any side effects right now. Really, I'm not. And I had already been working on my gut health so much anyway that in the very beginning, there was a couple of days where I kind of had a little bit of heartburn, but I think it was just because my stomach getting used to it, possibly. Because I had eaten and everything with it. So it was after like my food had been digesting and it moving through my system and stuff. And with me, but otherwise, I'm not having any symptoms of anything, ill symptoms at all. And I researched all of it, and really the benefits by far outweigh everything. And what I'm taking it for is that they're showing very promising data supporting lowering my TSH, and what more importantly for me, the antibodies of the autoimmune part of what I have. So I had researched it for almost 6 months before I decided to go ahead and ask my doctor about it to even see. And it is so beneficial for so many things that it blows my mind. So, with all that being said, it is supposed to help with the gut microbiome. It's supposed to help with serotonin. It helps with inflammation. It helps with reversing the age process and slowing aging. Uh, there's a lot of things that it helps. So, and I just didn't know that. My mom had been on it before and she didn't have any side effects or have any problems either, but there was another drug that fit her more for where she's at now. So they took her off of it to put her on another one for more of the heart benefits. Even with even with this metformin, it's supposed to help with the heart and stuff, but not as much as some more newer developing drugs. But also in that, there's part of me of like, um, this drug really has been around for quite some time. But now that we have new drugs, we got to find something wrong with this one, even though it has so many benefits. And yes, not everything's tailor made to everyone. There's some people that will have side effects, some people will not. So I take that in consideration. I'm a both side thinker. I do this on everything. So, but we can't really make any money off of this anymore. It's more approved with insurance now and stuff. There's not as much, not much to make on this anymore. It's old hat. We got this over here we need to price gouge and make some money off of. So I have those feelings going on me too. But in that, some of those drugs might be better. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. I'm all for medicine, but I'm also all for more natural and holistic and all that kind of stuff too. But medicine has a part in all of that. Normally, I would not jump to taking this, but there was just so many added benefits that I couldn't pass it up to at least give it a go to try. So it'll take a bit for it to show up if it's going to. Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree, Lenora. And I'm still taking my supplements and I am very in tune with my body. I am so in tune that, and it's not always a good thing. That's what's made me have in the past my health anxiety. So metformin is what I'm trying right now. So, and I very much trust my doctor, But no, Lenora, if there's anything for you to share, go right ahead because I'm not going to take any offense whatsoever. Believe me, I'm all about knowing and learning and whatever. But right now, that's what my mother says too, and she's not. My mother says too, and she's not. My mother says too, and she's not. And she's not. What? But I do. I very much trust my doctor. She said with my medical history and stuff, and she's not a person. She is not a doctor that prescribes or overprescribes. If anything, she's to the other side, and she knows because I worked with her too, and still work with her periodically with where I used to work, and she is my doctor. But she also knows that I don't like to take anything if I don't have to. So she was like, "Well, give it a go." She was like, "You either hate it or you love it." She was like, "It's one of those drugs. You either love it or you hate it." So we'll give it a try. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, as aware, yeah. Oh, I'm too aware. I'm very much too aware. So yeah, I've been being very mindful of how I have felt and everything, and I know it will take time for anything, any effects at all, if there's going to be as far as like deficiencies and things like that, because it even did say, it could cause a B12 deficiency. So, but I have been supplementing with B12 for a while, and I even upped it. I've upped it just a little bit, not a whole lot. I take some gummies that have a lower dosage and stuff well, sufficient dosage. And, but then also with my probiotics and things like that, my other doctor just switched me from one of those to another one to another level of that. So I think just even getting my gut in order even more so too is going to be beneficial because everything starts in the gut. So, so if my doctor didn't want me to be on it, she would have very much said, no, we're not doing that. So I'm just going with it for right now. And if anything goes sideways, I said that. I said, okay, I'll be mindful. And if anything goes sideways, then I'll go off of it. Because I'm not doing it for the weight loss aspects of anything, which really the metformin isn't really geared towards that. And I have never had any issue with my glucose or my A1C. They have always been perfect. My A1C is at a 5, and my glucose, I mean, it's like 90 and sometimes a little bit lower than that. It's like upper 90, around 90 ish. And it's pretty well stayed right around 90, I think, maybe, but Because actually, I think what I was taking, it had all of the B vitamins in it. It was like the B complex something, and I think it actually has all of the B vitamins. Okay, I have to go. I'm at my church now. I'm going to help my aunt. We are hosting a huge holiday dinner for the community near my church. We are expecting between 75 and 110 people. Oh, that's awesome, Randy. Yes. Well, thanks for stopping in and letting us know how everything went and how you're doing. Have fun today with your aunt, and hopefully get to see you again soon. I probably won't be back on here until late Sunday, maybe Monday. So, my cards are all on the table too. Good day to you, Madam. So, and everybody else as well. You, Kathy. Okay. I chosen Randy. Randy. Okay, see you later, Chosen. Thanks for joining us today. Well, I've about used up this whole skein of this. Well, thank you, Randy. The same to you. Yes, hopefully I'll be on Sunday. Oh, in the evening. Spilled water everywhere. I don't even remember what you are working on now. The worry worms, fidget worms, worry worms, whatever you want to call it. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 made. And that's even with me stopping and talking and tending to Miss Sassy Pants Lou over here. And oh, yes, I know they work at fast. I usually have to stop myself. Yes, they're addictive, aren't they? Because they are just so fast. Because I feel like I'm just being so productive, you know? But really, I did. I wanted to dedicate time to getting them done this morning when I could and get it out of the way, get my, the quicker stuff kind of done today a little bit. Because whenever I come back on Sunday, I don't know for sure what I'll end up doing Sunday, but I really want to put together my new setup and all that I want to do and get my display figured out well ahead of time so I'm not stressing out about that the day of. And I'm almost done with this variegated, and I wanted to get it done. I love this color, but I didn't have enough to make anything out of it except these. And they're turning out really cute because they're all just like all different. Not one of them is the same. So they're turning out really cute. Oh, you should do that on a live. Do what on a live? Because I'll say something and then I don't even remember what I say, Lenora, so I don't. Oh, my practice setup? Yeah, I could. Yeah. That could be my live that day. And you could give me pointers. You could give me ideas. But I don't know, Sunday, I may not do that on Sunday. I could do it on my Monday live. I could do it on my Monday live because Whitney wouldn't be here because if he's here and watching TV and in and out, whatever, no, that won't work. So Monday, let's plan on Monday. Monday, that will be my Monday morning live. I think that sounds like a good idea. Hey, a good try. I mean, I'm up for anything. Oh gosh. Because I don't have anybody here to give me their opinion. I mean, they just say, well, looks okay to me. That's what they would say. That's what they say about everything, though. So, because they don't know. Now, Sam, he's different. He probably would kind of tell me, okay, and have a little bit of an idea of some things. He's a little more in tune with some of that stuff than Whitney and Seth. But Seth isn't here anyway to give an opinion, and like I said, he wouldn't have one. He'd just be, oh, looks fine to me. I don't know. What are you asking me for? That's what I get from him. He wouldn't be sassy about it. He would just be, I don't know what you're asking me because you know that I don't do that. I think that would be better than you could say. Yes. And I think that sounds like a wonderful plan. Because I really do want to, on Monday, just to have that even out of my hair, have everything packed up and organized early, and I'll have a few I have like little clippy chalkboard tags that will fit great on what I have now. I think they will. I'm anticipating that they will. I'll say that. Um, so then I won't have to put price tags on every single thing. And I pretty well know in my head, anyway. And I usually have the prices posted somehow. And Whitney doesn't know for sure what time he is getting home because they had technical difficulties at his drop off place. So that's what he was calling about earlier. So I may even actually have time to go to the Y. I don't know. We'll see. Because it doesn't really matter what time we leave. Because his little thing isn't until tomorrow anyway. But we'll still leave. We'll still leave when we were planning to. But It just might be a little bit later than what we thought, and that's okay. Because the kids would probably be in bed by the time we got there, even if we left at our original time, possibly. So a little miss would be Gray, maybe not, because he doesn't have school, of course, tomorrow. He just has his little program. So, but he might check out our early since he's been at school today. So and his favorite thing to do with Grandma is to make Play-Doh because we make Play-Doh whenever I go, whenever we can. Might have gotten better over the years about pointing things out, but I usually just wing it from one event to the next. Finally got the head done. Lunch got done, and they both went to sleep instead. Oh gosh. Well, isn't that just the way it goes? And and I've done that with those two shows that I had this year earlier. I mean, because it did, like I told you, it threw me off with the way they had the table set up for me, and then telling me I could switch it, and but it worked. I still got it. It was fine. And I had a little bit different setup. I didn't take. I mean, I still took a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of went through it a little bit more of like what I thought would be to take and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to take any of my wearables as far as like clothing stuff to this next one. I'm very much taking my hats, my fingerless gloves, my cowls, my gaiters, things, that people maybe tend to think of for like stocking stuffer type stuff or gifts. But I'm going to go grab those fingerless gloves and my Triceratops really quick because I'll probably be getting off of here pretty soon. I still have a few of the I think I want to make two more pair of the fingerless gloves to go with some of my other neutral hats. Because I was trying to gear towards some of the colors of my hats too, but okay, here's a little Triceratops. I kind of modified him a little bit too. But I thought he turned out. And these little bobble feet underneath. I thought he turned out cute for my first like little guy. Not too bad for my first one, you know. Like I said, I'm gonna do another. I'll do maybe a couple more. And then my fingerless gloves. Went ahead and did in this style. So I thought they turned out kind of cute. Had those. And then I like this hot pink. I mean, it looks really hot there. Whew, we're fluorescent. And then I did this since I had that one ear warmer. And then this is a different pattern. I don't like it as well. But it's still a basic one, and it's not that I don't like it, I don't like it as well. But yeah. And they're just a basic, I think half double crochet maybe. And it looks kind of loopy. It is cute, but I really liked how the hot pink and the black and the gray turned out. So But yeah, I think I'm gonna make a couple more and then to go with my neutral, like in, I think I'll do one in linen and maybe one in a brown or something like that to match some of my neutral kind of brown linen colored hats and stuff. So, well, thank you. Eight, nine, 10. Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. I thought I was gonna have enough to make one more, but I don't know. Well, that one worked out kind of perfect. That's kind of cute, like that. But yeah, this is all I have. Oh gosh. So I may just have to join it with something else, like a neutral or something that I can just kind of go with it and get it used up. That's what I'll do with it. So yeah, I think I ended up with 13 or 14 that I got done. I made a bunch of the dragon scale fingerless gloves in a few years back when they were supposedly popular. I think it's still have one pair. I did see those scale type gloves. I didn't go ahead and I haven't tried any, but yes, I have some gray. So yeah, it would absolutely. Yep, I have some gray. And I have some of this that I got at the thrift store. It's an orange, but it's like a really pretty orange that I'm gonna do some with. I got it, and it's from Hobby Lobby. It's that I love this yarn for $2. So I haven't had as much luck lately at my thrift. I think people caught on or something. I don't know. Or people just stopped bringing it in because they're making Christmas gifts now and they've got what they want. And they'll start sending it in later, with what they didn't use. I don't know. But because there for a while, I was doing good finding, because I would go to the thrift first to see what they had, and then that determined if I needed to go to Hobby Lobby or not. So, oh, doggone it. I don't know why they just don't do, like, stick a center pole out of every skein. I don't understand why they just don't do that. Or somehow have it to where it's that and then tuck somehow, you know. That will look good. Yeah. People can't find the thumb hole to save their lives. Yes, I am anticipating that. And yeah, the orange or the gray, yeah, it absolutely will look good. So even like this orange that I have right here, I could finish that off with it, with a gray, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I was going to try to keep it in the bag, but I'm going to have to take it out. Because, oh, that's nice. I'm hung up on the tape. There we go. Okay. Okay, I don't know what this is doing to me. There have been several that talk about going to the thrift stores to get yarn. That's usually all it takes for everybody to start doing it. Yep, I can see the thumb hole on yours, but on the dragon scale, it blends in. Oh, yeah, yeah. I noticed that too on the dragon scale one. But still, even on being able to see it, I anticipate people like, okay, well, where's the thumb hole? I've already anticipated that. So, we'll see. Okay, I don't know what. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay. This orange right here is a funky. It's funky. I don't know what's going on. I am totally confused by this. I really truly am. Truly confused. I don't know. I have two ends here, but not one of them. Okay, people. I don't know what's going on. This is the weirdest thing, girls. Okay, I think I finally got it figured out. Oh, that was really weird. That was the weirdest thing ever. Oh well, I got it. I ain't gonna complain. I got it. Oy, oy, oy. That's the same face I would make too. Yep. Dollar Tree carries yarn now. Yes, they do. They have little skeins. I think it is small rolls, though. Yes, it is. Someone has wrapped it around the outside. Well, and that's what it was looking like, but it wasn't. I don't know. Well, it could have still been, and they could have somehow still put the sleeve back on, maybe. I don't know. So it was confusing, but yes, it was a similar situation. Yeah. This right here for this one, it's a 6, maybe? No, 7. It's a 7 ounce, is what it is. So, but yes, that's. I was trying to figure it out if it was that it was wrapped around, but yet it didn't look like it was wrapped around. But then the more I kept pulling around and whatever, it's like, but it was underneath the band. So then it was like, okay. So yeah, it could be that they took the band off somehow and they were able to squish it back on there. I don't know. I got it. I got it figured out. Okay. Now if I just don't get myself all tangled up. So as far as this being considered a jumbo roll, not necessarily. I mean, but sometimes I wrap. Oh yeah, I do too. I wrap around the outside too, and the sleeve and all that. Yeah, will come up over it from being moved around. It's like self sabotage. Yes, which usually whenever I wrap it, I'll end up wrapping it on the outside of the band too. So then I'll remember that, yeah, you wrapped it around the end, and because sometimes it won't be that I even wrap that much, it'll just be a few times around. Oh, this has a different texture to it because that variegated that I just used was that I love this yarn too. I'm pretty sure it was. Did I even have a sleeve left on it? Oh yeah, I did right here. And it was called Painted Canyon. And I did make a hat out of this, and it was really cute. And I wouldn't mind getting some more of that to make uh, an ear warmer headband out of. And the hat that I made out of that, I've had so many compliments, but nobody's bought it yet, so we'll see. I thought I had it sold right as soon as I set it out, that my last one, because the lady was looking at it, and I was moving it to put it with the rest of the hats, and she was like, "What? I can't look at that hat?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "It's just not in its place." I said, "I pulled it out and I was going to put it with the rest of the hats." She goes, "Well, I was looking at it." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, you can pick it up and look at it, do whatever. I don't care." And then as soon as that, then she walked away. I was like, "Okay." All of that for, okay. Because I think she said, "Oh, is it not for sale?" And I said, "Yeah, it is." Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna head out, girls. I got a few dishes to wash up from last night that I want to get done. Make sure I have everything packed. For the most part, don't really need to pack a whole lot, just enough for whatever we're going to wear tomorrow to wherever we're going, and um, my clothes to, you know, come home in on Sunday. And all of our supplements. Gotta pack all of our supplements. I usually just put those in baggies. So. But there's my orange one. Because I wanted to do just one plain orange one to see how I like it. And it's just, is it just called orange? Yeah, just simply orange. But it's not really a fluorescent or anything. It's not like a hunting orange or anything like that, which you could still probably use it as that. I did crochet Gray a little hunting hat that I'm taking with me. A little hunter orange beanie. And sure enough, I tangled myself up a little bit. Oh well. Okay, ladies, so will it be Monday when you come back on? Yes, Kathy, it will be. If I come back on Sunday, it'd just be kind of like a pop on, crochet a little bit, chit chat, check in, like kind of do every day. But it'd be of an evening if I do. If I'm not on by 10 o'clock, I'm not coming on at night. So, because sometimes it can be 9 or 10. Um, but yeah, Monday for sure. And I'm going to do my little setup. So, yay, Lenora! Almost got the second ear done. That's good. That's good. Well, you girls take care. Stay healthy. Enjoy your weekend. Lenora, I hope you get to feeling better, getting over whatever crud you got going on. So thanks for everybody hanging out with me. Thank you, Kathy. Again, you do the same. Thank you, Lenora. Plan on it, and hopefully you get better and get to, yeah. So we'll see you ladies later. Love you. Take care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.